Hello, folks, and how are you all doing? Welcome to It Did Not Work Between Us, which are going to be videos where I talk about books that I was currently reading and just either lost interest or gave up on. Now, this is not going to be often because it doesn't happen that often, but videos with this title are going to be about that. I thought that way I can still talk about a book that I didn't finish. So the book for the first video about this is The Fifth Wave. I can't speak English. The fifth, the fifth, fuck me. The Fifth Wave, or wave number 5, because apparently my mouth forgot how to say fifth. Bloody hell. Anyway, The Fifth Wave, oh, finally, by Rick Yancey. So this is a sci-fi, science fiction. Yeah, this is considered science fiction, and it's the story of aliens came to the world, to the human world, and are eliminating the Earth's population with waves. It was the first wave, and I think the first one was this thing they dropped. By the way, there will be spoilers in these talks, so you have been warned. So yes, so the first thing they dropped something. No. Yeah, I think that was okay. That was either the first wave, and then there was electricity. They made electricity disappear, and then there was a plague, and then there was something with the weather, if I'm not mistaken. And now it's like the fifth wave. What is it going to be? No one knows. And in this case, we have Cassie. She's one of the only survivors. It's not known how many people have survived this thing. And she's, surviving and also trying to keep her promise to her little brother to find him. Sammy or Samus. And so this is a book I have been, me and Liko from Liko Loves Books decided to buddy read. Liko loved it a lot more than I did, so she kind of already finished it. She finished it quicker. And so I just, I would, at the time, I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish it too, at my own pace. And then I didn't read it for a long while. It's been a month, and now recently I got back to it, and I today realized I just really don't want to continue with it. And in theory, this is something that I would really like, but it's just, sometimes it just doesn't work. I think one of the main reasons here that it didn't work for me was because I could guess pretty accurately what was going to happen next. I mean, as I went along, it was like, okay, yeah, they're gonna go, and we're. There was the part as you read later on where you get to this boy, this teenage boy, who's in a camp. He also lost his family, and I was like, hmm. This kid is going to be Ben Fisher, which is the guy that Cassie was in love with or had a crush in high school. It's like, this is going to be bloody Ben Fisher, isn't it? He also survived. And fuck me, I was right. Because Ben Fisher was like, oh, look, how sweet they both survived. So yes, I was it was true. It was Ben, and then later on, some they're not called assassins. I don't know what the correct word because forgot to mention I have the Hebrew translation. So one of them hits her, and then she tries to run away, and then she loses consciousness. She almost dies in freezing, and then she wakes up in a house, and then there's this guy. As I was reading, I was like, "That's the alien who tried to kill her." Yeah, that's the same alien tried to kill her, and naturally is in love with her now too. Oh God. So yes, I was correct about that too. It was the alien. Of course, so now I read yesterday, and I was like, these guys who took Sammy pretending to be soldiers are actually aliens. I was right about that too. I hate it when I'm right about things in a book because there's no surprise, you know? It's just, this is why I love a guy, I guess a Christie book so much, or Sherlock Holmes, because I never know, and in the end I'm like, nah. I love that. I mean, don't get me wrong, and not in every book, I guess. It's also rare. It's just in this one, as I read it along, I was like, yeah, that's that. And I hate it when I'm correct because, you know, at least then I'm surprised. I was like, no. And here I knew. Another thing I didn't like here was the love triangle. Naturally, it's a love triangle. It's just, you know, there was some other kid that stayed alive. It had to be the guy she had a crush on. Come on. How many chances are there that that happens? That would happen. I mean, come on. Can you pick someone else? And naturally, an alien falls in love with her because we must have that. Naturally. You know, tries to kill, but then, no, I love her. And naturally, you know, she's gonna get close to him. And then, you know, like, you're an alien? How could you? Not tell me. And then, oh, Ben, I had a crush on you before everything went to shit. That's gonna be, that's gonna be an interesting conclusion, how they're gonna fix all that. And I couldn't help but constantly think of The Host by Stephanie Meyer while reading this. There were some things similar, love triangle. You know, there was also a little brother. There was aliens. Of course, things are different in both books. But in there, I really couldn't guess a thing, and that's what I loved about it. I love that book. And I reread it again, see if I still feel like that. But it's just, and honestly, I couldn't get the aliens. I mean, to be fair, I've only got to like page 200 and something, and you know, I'm not gonna continue, so maybe later on you find out why they do this, but if they want the Earth and they want to completely eliminate people, why reveal themselves? Just send plagues on humanity and kill everyone. They're not gonna know what hit them. They're gonna die. And that's it. The Earth is yours. Go, have fun. But instead, they're sending these things. They're destroying parts of the Earth as they go along. So, I mean, it could be that they're just fucking sadists, but I mean, and then they kidnap kids who stay alive, which is, again, go kidnap some babies, set some plagues, get back when the air is clear, and do your thing. I mean, why go through all the trouble? I struggle to understand. And I mean, they're supposed to be intelligent beings. You think they sort this out quickly? I mean, really, it's sad. No, it's not sad, but I can't understand the logic. But again, maybe later on, as you finish the trilogy, you kind of get, that's why. But for now, I really struggle to see it, to see why. So I don't know. It's just today I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm not gonna continue. I mean, who knows? Maybe I will retry this book again in a few years, maybe, or not. I don't know. I mean, it should have been something I would have liked. I mean, we got aliens, a love triangle with an alien naturally, but again. So, yeah, it didn't work out today. I was like, nah, I'm giving up on this book. It's blocking all my other reading. I'm trying to get ahead in this thing. I'm bored. So I am not gonna find out what happens, although I think I might watch the movie. There's a movie about the first part, so I'm gonna try that. Maybe I'll enjoy it more than I did the book. We shall see. We shall see. So that is it, folks. This is how it's gonna go. I'm gonna talk about things in these books again. It's most likely not gonna happen often. I'm going to, well, actually only do it when there's a book I've given up on. But thankfully that doesn't happen so often. And if you want to try science fiction, I still recommend you try this. And just because it didn't work between me and him doesn't mean it can't work between you and the book. Yes. And Mr. Yancey has a lot of other books I can try. So, and that is it, folks. Next time will be hell knows when. Bye.